So,
So,
you're finally ready to join the dark side.
I am.
What made you decide that?
So, yeah, we've just been selling watches. I mean, you kind of know a little bit.
So
When did you get started?
We've been flipping watches. When did we get started? It's been like 3 years, about.
Damn, you've been playing the AD game for 3 years?
Sort of. I mean, we've been going everywhere. So I mean, yeah, we've been doing the AD thing, but we've kind of been doing like the wholesale thing. Like we got connected with wholesalers too and dealers. So we've been doing that behind the scenes, but we haven't basically like exposed us as like dealers. Like your guys' Instagram is littered with your face and stuff. We would completely hide that stuff in hopes that nobody.
Swindling ADs out of their watches.
We're swindling ADs. Yeah, we're paying ADs to take their watches. It's crazy, bro. It's disgusting. Yeah. Every time, and that's the part that sucks. Every time you go to an AD, you're like, you think you'd be excited to buy a watch, but you're kind of sitting there like just nervous because any second they come out and be like, "You're selling our watches."
Once, though.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we have that thought every time. We're just sitting there and we're like, and we're wearing our. We've been in ADs wearing our hats.
Oh yeah.
We're like, yeah, we'll take that one, and we'll take that one, and what do you have in the back? They're like, nothing. They're like, okay, we'll take that one. Now what do you have in the back? They're like, oh, look, we found this.
Yeah.
Found a root beer.
Right.
Yeah,
What else did you find?
Yeah. It would. We need to be on 60 Minutes. Right? Yeah. No. What made us want to come out is on it, or just to just basically like.
Video of you walking into an AD like that, just explaining what you're about to do.
Right. Yeah, but basically what got us to do it was just long story short. Like, I mean, I was really into watches, and when I had saved up some money, and when I went to go buy it, no Rolex place had any watches. So I was like, what the heck? So we sat there, and then they make you feel like a criminal for asking for a watch. But we're like, okay, so you think, all right, I have to play the game. It's kind of the same thing with other, luxury brands like Hermes and stuff, so it's whatever. But, you go to these places, you're excited to buy your first watch, and they're like, oh, here's this wonderful Cellini that's been sitting on the shelf for like 50 years.
Yeah.
So that was annoying, and so then I ended up going to a gray market dealer to buy my watch, and then I was like, man, there's a lot of money, because I kind of grew up poor, and so I was like, man, there's a lot of money. So in my mind, I was like, the only way I can justify this is if I can like wear it and then get out of it.
Right.
So I kind of did some research, bought my first watch, and then I sold it a few months later because I enjoyed it, but I kind of was ready to move to something else. And then I made some money on it. And then I just kind of repeated that process, and that's how I justified it at first. And then people just kind of started recognizing me as like, oh, you sell watches, right? And I was like, well, yeah, sure. Yeah, I sell watches. I've always been a little entrepreneur. So, that's what got me excited. But what's really sucked is if you're trying to grow a business into watches, like it doesn't make sense to be hiding because if you're trying to get 1 or 2 watches a month, it's just better to like,
the amount of money,
so
basically the amount of, and you don't know what they are and when they're coming.
Yeah, the cost of opportunity to hide is way higher.
Every time you make a rip, and you get a rip from an AD, and you can make 10 grand on a watch, it may take you a month to do it. You made 10 grand in that same amount of time. We've sold 20 watches and made 20 grand at $1,000 a pop, and guess what we've done in the meantime? We've picked up 20 customers. We've picked up 20 customers.
Even from a collector, or even just like somebody who likes horology and likes watches, like, life is short. I might, if I just played that game forever, I might never have the opportunity to hold and wear some of these watches, whereas like this, I have the opportunity to literally pick whatever watch I want. You buy it right, you get out of it, you move on to the next watch, instead of having to go to every single AD and play their game, and then who knows, like, I've been on the list for Hulk for like 5 years.
The funny thing is
the Hulk got discontinued before I could even get the opportunity to buy it.
Yeah.
I've been on the list for 7 years.
For a sub?
For a sub. We haven't gotten a sub. Just from certain ADs. Yeah. And I mean, we bought like jewelry and stuff thinking that was going to help, or whatever.
I'm going through that right now with one AD, and I've spent, I added it up. There's a watch she's waiting for me to buy, and if I buy it, it'll put me over the $400,000 threshold. Yeah. The only watch I've ever gotten from her was a no-date sub. She offered me a date, but I turned it down.
Yeah.
Part of the game. Part of the game was I was just like, I wear my date. I wear my no date. I'll probably never wear that. I don't need 2 of the same one. Give it to someone that will appreciate it more than I will.
Right.
Well, I just feel bad for that.
Yeah, but you have the money to do that. I feel bad for some of these people that like have been saving for their first watch forever, and like I won't say which AD this was, but we walked into a local AD one day. And they were like, "Oh, you want a Daytona?" And I was like, "Yeah, a two-tone Daytona, just for my grandpa, because it's my grandpa's anniversary this month. 54 years are celebrating, and so he's actually the one who got me into watches." So I walk into this AD going, "Okay, I'm gonna ask for something easy, a two-tone Daytona, because usually those would be sitting on shelves, or I thought they wouldn't be as hard to get." Yeah. They kind of laughed at our face, and they're like, "How about you spend $500,000 in our store, and then maybe we can have a conversation about a Daytona?" Is literally what he told me.
Outright said that to you?
Outright said that to me.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I would have gone on every forum and I mean,
No,
I
I know.
that.
I know it's frustrating and it sucks, and I feel bad for people who are stuck in that game because they might never get to own that watch. I mean, it is what it is, but that's why I enjoy what I do, because you have these people who they've been looking for a watch. They've been trying to play the game, and they just get fed up with it, and they come, and their face lights up whenever you get that watch in their hand. They're like, "Oh my gosh, it finally happened!"
Have that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then like this is, dude, you got more watches than probably 15 ADs combined
We have
right
more
now.
sport models than every AD in Texas.
Which is sad. Like you can never go to an AD and see all these watches put together like that.
God, those aren't watches.
I know.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
So-
you become a Datejust collector, going to Rolex.
But anyways, yeah, that's basically it, man. Just trying to expand the business, and I felt the best way to do that was just to forget.
Come out. And,
Yeah, just come out.
like I said, every watch you're getting from the AD at retail, we're flipping 20,
Right.
25,
Well,
30.
same here. Like so I had somebody tell me that they were going to give me a white face Daytona, and they said wait 4 months. In that time that I waited 4 months, I slinged like 10 or 15 of them.
Well, dude, we've done. Yeah, congratulations to y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Get on the YouTube thing. Like, get
Yeah.
your videos out there. Come into the store. Y'all shop with us all the time. It's annoying having to block y'all out of all of our videos. It's a work on Darby's end too.
Hey, shout out
Having
to
to
Darby
blurb-
for the big old blurs.
Yeah, having to blurb y'all out and having to hide people on camera. So you're gonna do better. You're gonna do better coming out like this. You're gonna get way more business dealing in the gray market than you are waiting on ADs
Right,
to stroke your ego a little bit.
for sure.
But you guys do a lot of business with us. So
Yeah.
congrats.
Hey, thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
It's gonna be more fun.
Yeah.
Good time.
So let's
Marco.
go celebrate.